We're live.
Oh, hi, everybody. It's Jake and Jane. We're super excited to be with you guys tonight. We're excited for those of you who've decided to join us on tonight's webcast. Lots of great stuff going on. We have a lot of really good stuff to cover. The first thing I'm going to hop right in. If you were not able to be on the corporate call last night, we were not able to be on it. We decided we needed to get to an event that I'm going to talk about in a bit, but we listened to the replay today. Great information. I took a couple of quick notes from what Jeff Graham had to say about being in ketosis. Your body is using fat for fuel. It helps spare your protein that's in your body. So it helps to develop lean muscle mass, which we all would prefer to have. It lowers your levels of insulin. It can suppress your appetite, and people don't crave sugary foods, which is, to me, a really, really good thing, because so many of us, I used to crave, like, really naughty stuff in the early afternoon, and I think most of it is because I was eating too many carbohydrates during the day. But anyway, I sent a text out for you guys to send your numbers in. We heard back from about 5 people, and this week's winner for the results is Carol Plattner. So congratulations, Carol, on winning a pack of Power Strips, so you can use those to build your business. We're excited for you. The July fly-in. Guys, if you don't have anything on your calendar that is something that, I mean, unless you have to be someplace, I'm going to tell you that being at that fly-in is going to be just a huge key to the success of your business. The first 500 people who are registered for that event get swag bags that are filled with some really amazing things. So if you have not registered yet, you need to go ahead and do that. Jake and I last night went to a Network After Work event in Minneapolis. And I'm going to encourage you to go online and Google Network After Work. It's a company, and they organize these all over the country. So the next one that's going to be in your area might be later this week. So go online and Google Network After Work. Get yourself to that event. Jake and I made probably 10 or 12 really solid contacts last night.
Minimum, I'd say. You know,
right.
We got more cards than that, but we got a lot of good contacts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blown away. I even met a professional basketball player last night. So he wants more information on the Power Strip, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Getting back to the numbers, you know, when we were with Brad Hager and he did his Thursday night training session, he had us fill this 90-day game plan out. And, you know, our goal is to be 5-star in 90 days. So that means we have a lot of growth to go through, a lot of growth. And so my question to you is, do these numbers for you guys reflect your results? If they don't, that's okay. But are you actively working your business? Because if you're not doing these activities, you're not going to get good results here, and you're not going to have the growth that you want to have. Jake and I are very excited. We have our very first person who's going to launch his new business with the VGOs next week on Tuesday and Thursday night. We're very, very excited about that. I feel like it's a whole new way of looking at things. You know, and he and I were talking and today, and he's a very successful business owner. He came up with an idea for a 10x4 boat for fishing for one person to get in, and he ships them all over the United States right now. And I mean, it's incredible that, you know, he said it took him years to put this plan together so that the shipping costs were just right to make it affordable for people. And I mean, the guy is just, he's brilliant. And he said, you know, being in our prior business, I never quite felt like we had the tools that we needed to build our business. We didn't have.
Well, now we're talking about network marketing, not his business.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right,
I
right.
don't want people
Oh,
getting
yeah.
confused.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My ADDness, you know. So anyway, he said he just felt like he did not have the tools that he needed to effectively build his business. You know, he said, here's your products, go talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was very confusing for him. And I mean, it was for Jake and me too. I just felt like there wasn't clear direction. There was a lot of hoopla and excitement and motivation
In our previous
business, but there weren't the tools that we needed. So, you know, as you all know, Jake and I really are very much embracing the system that Brad Hager has put together. And so what I did was I went out in the garage because Jake owns a very successful, and I mean a very successful painting company. But we have to have the right tools. So these are the brushes that we use. We don't use the cheap, you know, $2.99 brushes that you can get at any home decor center.
Mm-hmm.
They're, you know, they're really, I mean.
That's a Worcester brush.
Yeah, so not a rooster, a Worcester.
Yeah.
Really a nice brush. I have something in my eye. Sorry about that, guys. But you got to have the roller handles, you know. And so we don't buy just one roller cover. We buy them in packs of 3 in a professional quality. But the roller covers and the handles come in different sizes because sometimes you need different sizes. And actually, not even a different size, but a different material, depending on what kind of paint you're working with. We use the best blue tape, you know where it comes from, because you got to mask things off sometimes. We always have screwdrivers, and not just a regular head or a Phillips, but there's one of both in the back of the truck. And sometimes you got to scrape a little crap off to get down to what you're going to be painting, to do a good, proper job. And so that brings me to this. Sometimes we got to scrape the crap out of our brain and the way that we think. So 2 books that I'm going to really highly recommend that you purchase and read for yourself: The Magic of Thinking Big and Think and Grow Rich. Amazing, amazing books. You can order them online. You can get them for your whatever reading application you have on your computer or your phone, whatever. But I'm telling you, this little box is a box of gold right here. I look at this kind of like this
and everything
and
else.
Everything else, because we're painting a new picture for ourselves. We're painting a new picture for our team.
I like that.
We're painting a new picture for our family. Guys, we take this very, very seriously. You know, I was talking to Frank Jones earlier today, and I said, it is so exciting to know that in a year's time, we're going to be averaging $100,000 a month. We just expect that. And we're going to work towards that. But we can't do that if we don't help every person that's watching this and every person on your team have success. This is a way where we feel like we can absolutely help you succeed in your business and in life. We're very excited. You can order these on Brad's website. If you weren't able to be with us in Vegas, they are, I think they're $40.
I believe they're $40.
Set.
Yeah, but they're well worth it. And there's like 8 CDs and there are a lot of info.
4, 6, 8. Yeah, there's not actually 9 CDs in here. Yep. And I've been listening to them, and man, they are like gold on steroids. It's really, really crazy. So I just want you guys to know that Jake and I are very, very excited. We are very, very focused about where we're going and who we're going there with. And you're going to start seeing some big, big, big growth on our team leg. We're very excited about this, and we want you to be a part of that growth. So go ahead and set your goals and get things figured out for yourself, where you need to be and where you want to be and what you're going to do to get there. Because like the Bible says, faith without works is dead. And you got to put your hand to the plow if you're going to have results. So
Mhm.
I'm going to let Jake go ahead.
Sure.
And,
Now, how about if I help you clear some of this off here? Because, yeah.
In your space.
Yeah, it's a little.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, no, it's an excellent metaphor and allegory or whatever. But
Thank you.
yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Sometimes you got hard to reach places. You got this pole that extends.
It extends, yeah.
And so when you're having a hard time, you need to reach out to us so we can help be your roller pole to get you out of those spots that you don't want to be in.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, that sleep today did me good.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for being on the webcast. Congratulations to Carol Plattner. She won the, what is it, Power Strips?
Yep.
Wow. For
15-pack Power Strips.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Because, you know, by doing these 90-day exposures, as we call them, either sending out the packs or, you know, sample packs, getting people to the info pack, which is a website, or getting people to, you know, calling them, Facebook posts, whatever. That's the only way you're going to build your business. But there is one aspect that we're putting into play now, and that's called the VGO, the Virtual Grand Opening. And, you know, I've talked about this a little before, but we're going full bore with those because we just talked with Andrew and Nancy Burling. They have had great success. What are they doing, like 2 a day?
They're doing 2 VGOs a day.
Yeah.
They're doing a webcast every day. And you guys, they have a team in Portugal that they've been working with. They went from 2-star to 5-star in 2 weeks.
The team in Portugal. And
Yeah.
remember, the Burlings went from 3-star to 6-star in a very, very short time. And so we're trying to emulate what they did and share that with you, and you can do that so we can all grow together. Now, the virtual grand opening, that's a new concept. That's something new. But here's the beautiful part. You might, and I can sense a little resistance with people, even in myself, like, well, what's this? Why are we doing something new? Well, let me explain this to you. Once we do the VGO, the virtual grand opening, which is done over the phone, anyone who gets in on the VGO in your team in the future is going to think, well, this is the way it's done anyhow.
It's the only way to do it.
Right. So if you can shift your thinking to try these VGOs, and I'll explain more about how we're going to do this, then you're going to build a successful business because it's very duplicatable, and anybody who gets in on a VGO just assumes that's how it's done. So what is a VGO? Well, the VGO is a virtual grand opening, and it's done completely over the phone. What do? You get 8 to 12 people on a call. Now, you're going to have to invite more than, you know, you might have to call 30 people to get 8 to 12 firm commitments, but you get these people on the call. There's a whole script to it. There's a audio file from Brad Hager, but I'm just going to give you some highlights. So what happens is you get these people scheduled on a call. You can use our Uber conference number, and then Jane or I or both of us, or maybe even someone else in the upline, can handle the VGO. What you do is you get the people to the call, tell them it's a great opportunity. It's an opportunity call. It's not a product call. So what you're doing is you're talking about this great business opportunity. We will be talking about the products. We'll be talking a little about the Power Strips, and we'll be talking a little about Katopia. But more importantly, this is a call for people who want to make money and want to, you know, we're not talking about people that have a limp or hurting, that they can be part of it, but they've got to be in the opportunity mode.
Right.
Because that's what we're doing on this call.
Right.
The call is going to be about 30 minutes, maybe 20 to 40, depending on what's going on. It's not hard sell, it's just sharing the opportunity. And in that time, Jane and I will be talking about the opportunity, the products, how great, you know, Forever Green is and the Forever Green vision. And then after the call, you will call each of the people on the call and talk to them about getting in. And there's a special way to do that with the 8-question close. Now, this is getting a little more structured, a little more sophisticated. So this is for people who really want to game plan how to do it. If you're comfortable with what you're doing now, that's fine. But this is a proven success builder, and I know a lot of you would love to do it, and it eliminates meetings. People hate to do meetings. People hate having to go to a meeting, and people hosting a meeting, you know, they got to clean the house. I mean, when we do a meeting here, we're happy to do it, but it just becomes a lot of time just cleaning. The house isn't that bad, but it's just the whole dynamics, and you know what I'm talking about if you have a meeting at your house. And then people sometimes don't want to come to a meeting. Here, all they have to do is commit to a half-hour phone call. And like, we've got a stack of business cards on the island that we got from this networking thing last night. And I know these people will be happy to be on a 30-minute call with us.
In fact, I
Yeah.
want to just interrupt you really
Sure.
quick. One of the things, we talked about this on the way to that business after hours meeting, was what are you going to say to people? Because we used a nondescript business card that we had made up a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I said to people last night was, my husband and I are helping to launch a company in the Twin Cities area using a very unique marketing idea and bringing a very unique product to market. And we're going to be doing a couple of calls in the next few weeks. I'd love for you to hop on one to hear more about it. Every single person, oh, that would be great. There were no questions about what's the product. One guy did ask actually what the product was, and I said, you know, I told him about Kitopia.
And then he was more interested. But,
Yeah.
you know, exactly, because Brad says, you know, the minute you tell them FGX, and I'm very proud of Forever Green and FGX, don't get me wrong, but then they're going to go home, look it up online, and then by the time you talk to them, you know, the excitement is gone. And, you know, with this, it's like, wow, this is an opportunity, and this is an opportunity. Everybody knows this, because with the Kitopia thing, it's going to be nuts. So we're getting people lined up now. Yeah, so we're doing 2 VGOs next week, getting back to the VGO thing. And a great way to do that is these networking groups, because if you present yourself that you're with a company that has a great opportunity, you don't have to explain the whole thing to them there. That's the point at the networking meeting, is just to exchange business cards. Say, hey, do you mind if I give you a call? There's a group call coming up sometime next week. I'd like to have you on it. You could check it out then. Oh yeah, you know, people, it's non-threatening. They could be sitting in their car listening to the call. They could be at home, but I mean, they know they don't have to be somewhere. They're not going to be subjected to something weird, or, you know, in a weird room of weird people have to drive across town. These VGOs are just great, and it's just so cool. And like I said, we have all the tools to pull this off. We've got the Uber conference number, the 888 number. So if you've got friends anywhere in the country, they can join the call. And I'm not sure if the number works in Canada. Some of you in Canada have called in. I don't know if you need a special calling plan, but I mean, the fact is you can have people in any, you know, they don't have to be in your neighborhood to be on this VGO call, and you can grow it very quickly. And like Brad said, you know, on his CDs here, the first, and at the training, the first, I don't know, 5 months or 3 months in the business, he only made 5 meetings, or
he only did 3 meetings.
3 meetings,
He's
yeah.
only done to date, he's only done 3 meetings.
And I think of all the meetings we used to do in our prior business, and then, you know, only distributors make it, where we're thankful the distributors would come, but, you know, no new people don't make it, they don't show up.
Mm-hmm.
This is so much easier. You just get them to commit to the phone call. You know, Jane and I will handle it, and there's a certain protocol. We need to know who the people are going to be on the call and what they do, so we can personalize it. So if someone's a realtor, we can say, hey, you know, I can tell Joe you're in the real estate business. I know how that works. Well, we can make it a little more of a personal call rather than just us spouting off about the company and the opportunity.
Yeah.
But my point is, as this part of this 90-day game plan, think of this as like, you know, a huge booster rocket to take you to the next level, because this is so simple. All you have to do is line people up. We'll do all the talking. You don't have to be super smooth. There's a script on here. I will post this thing again, what you say to the people to get them interested on the call, get them to commit to the call. And the Brad Hager audio file is just critical to listen to about how to do this, because it'll put you in the frame of mind that, yeah, this is pretty simple. You just call people, get them on the call, tell them you're launching your business, and we are all relaunching our business with this Kitopia thing. So even if you've been in the business 6 or 8 months or whatever, this is a great way to kind of refocus and get new people in and get new people exposed to it. And it's so simple. You know, it's just going to be something that will grow your business incredibly, as evidenced by the success of our good friend, the Burlings, and the people they're working with.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been texting back and forth with Nancy this afternoon, and she said they are working from 8 in the morning until late at night because of the different time zones that they're working with people in. And she said they are having success you just cannot even believe. And so, you know, it's working for them. It's worked for the Hagers. It's worked for Gary and Susan Walsh. I mean, it's working for people everywhere. And I'm so thankful that we, you know, came upon this. And,
Yes.
you know, and I told Marcia, I was like, I wish we had been exposed to this earlier. And she said, you know, when the student's ready, the teacher arrives. And we were really, really ready. So, you know, we are very excited about this. And we just want you guys to have success. I mean, that's it in a nutshell.
So what we're going to do tonight, you know, this, obviously this webcast will be, it's posted now, so you can watch it anytime. But we're also going to get this outline where I took Brad's audio file and condensed it and notated it, but I still recommend you listen to the audio file. So we'll have this link down there, and we'll have his audio file. Now, we talked about this before, but we're doing it now. It's just going to be a regular part of our business. If you want to do a VGO, please call us or text us or get a hold of us on Facebook. We'll schedule a time for you. The one thing to bear in mind is we've got a pretty busy schedule, so check with us first when you can do this VGO, because we're happy to do it for anyone. Like I said, it's probably best to do it in the evening, like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, whatever. And you want to have time at the end of the VGO to call people and say, hey, what did you think? You know, are you looking? Or, no, I'm sorry, that was the wrong thing.
What did you like best?
Yeah. Well, there's a whole script. See, I mean, I'm still, you know, getting my mind around it. So at any rate, yeah, that was wrong. So yeah, just you know, you call them and then you follow up, and there's a whole script on that. I mean, it's not saying, you know, what you think. It's a whole plan, and Brad's got that laid out. But you know, practice it a little bit, make it smooth. But if out of 12 people you get 4 or 5 people in, 3 or 4 people, a lot of these people on the Berlin team doing these VGOs, this is crazy. They're making $1,000 per call, the people hosting the call. So it's worth putting in first order bonuses. So it is well worth your time to set this up. I mean, we've all been trained, myself included, through the habit of you meet someone, contact, invite them, and then you bring them to a home business review, or you meet them at a coffee shop. And I'm probably still going to do that, but this is so much simpler. I mean, nobody has to dress up. You know, you can just be doing this over the phone, and you can expand your business. And we just have to get over that hump of like, well, we always did it the old way. Well, let's try it this way. If these other people are having such magnificent success, and this is part of the 90-day plan. I mean, Brad has this listed down. How many VGOs are you going to do? This is one quick way to explode your business, our business included, and we're very excited. And there's already one person who's 100% on board with this.
Yeah.
We're going to be working with him, doing 2 next week, but we're happy to do them for you too. So anybody who wants to do a VGO, get in touch with Jane or me, and you know, we've got your back.
Yeah, we'll check our schedule.
Yeah.
You know, and it's great. I mean, we can be in the middle of doing a job, and we can take, you know, a 30-minute break
and do
a
VGO.
VGO for you. So, you know, yes, while we are insanely crazy busy right now with painting jobs.
Well, this is priority, because I'm serious about the 5-star thing for us, and I know you guys have goals. And you know, let's do this thing to make money, and let's do this thing to build and develop great friendships and relationships, so we're helping other people reach their goals. I mean, you know, what kind of leaders would we all be, all of us, you guys watching, if we just didn't do anything? I mean, we're not helping anybody get to where they want to be.
Right. So again, go ahead if you are planning on going to the July 10th fly-in. Make sure that you plan on staying through Saturday afternoon minimum, because Brad and Marcia are going to be doing a training at corporate for a couple of hours on Saturday morning. You know, the first 500, again, get that really nice swag bag with banners and brochures.
Yeah, if you're going, register immediately if you haven't already done so.
Yep.
Then you got, you know, you're going to get your
then you're locked in.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate you guys taking time out of your night tonight to log on and watch this. And if you will, on our Facebook United page, Team United page, go ahead and let us know you were on there, because we can't see who's on the webcast like we can with the phone calls. So go ahead and let us know you were online, and give us your feedback and let us know what you liked best. So you guys have a great night tonight. Thanks for logging on, and we will talk to you soon.
Yep. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.